What up, you guys? Slim here, SlimXTeampurplepanda here with kind of like a deck discussion, card discussion, kind of wrapped all into one because they're related. I'm going to be talking about the hero deck. For people who know what that is, of course, elemental heroes. I'm going to talk about all the versions that are out. Also, we're going to talk about the biggest card in the deck, Super Polymerization. It is one of the most broken cards in the game. This is coming to me again from Godslayer. Excuse me, Godslayer 05, wanting to know what I think is going to happen, with Heroes after Generation Force comes out. Because, the Gem Knights are a lot like Heroes, and, like, there's a lot of support and stuff coming out, Rescue Rabbit and stuff like that. If people want me to talk about that card, like, I've heard about it a couple times, I'll do it. If people want to hear about it, just leave it below, send me an inbox message. You guys know what to do. You guys have been really, really good on that, I have to say. That I love that, the feedback is coming, so positively from people, and, they're listening to what I'm saying, and that, they're just following what I basically just ask you guys to do, and it means a lot. So I'm gonna get into this real quick. So for a lot of people who don't know, the Elemental Heroes as a whole, they all debuted, when Yu-Gi-Oh! GX came out. There was Avion, Burstinatrix, Sparkman, all the different ones. And, the deck itself isn't that great. The originals are not that great. Because, they're weak. I mean, they're all under 2,000. They're not that strong. And, people are wondering, can the deck itself, be really good? And the answer is, it depends on how you make it. I've heard so many people say that if you use for the Fusion Gate, known as Gate Heroes, the deck, you can make them really good. Because, like, if you draw Avion and Burstinatrix, you basically remove them from play and summon Flame Wingman. And, that thing is, like, ridiculous. It runs over a monster, you take damage, you go to the monster destroyed, too. I mean, it's really good. But, as a whole, they haven't been that good. But people are saying with the release of, I believe it's Rescue Rabbit, it's going to be really good because the everyone knows like how the game goes, and with cards like that come out, like people who don't know what it is. Basically, it says this card cannot be special summoned from the deck during your main phase. You can banish this face-up card. Banish. Where have you ever heard banish from? Special summon 2 level 4 or lower normal monsters with the same name from your deck. These monsters are destroyed during the end phase. The effect of Rescue Rabbit can only be used once per turn. So basically, this is another Rescue Cat, except it's for normal monsters, which means Elemental Heroes are going to be good. You can normal summon 2, I don't know what the like Avion or, just anything that's, normal. Or, I don't know if Geminis apply in this instance. They might, since they're considered normal monsters. This card is going to be really broken. Like I said, if people want me to talk on it more, drop me the comment, send me an inbox message, PM me, whatever. Let me know what you guys want me to do. But as a whole, that deck is okay right now. When Generation Force comes out, cards are released, it'll probably be a lot better. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. The other version of Heroes that's really good is the Light Gemini one that people call Hero, but in reality, it's just Light Gemini. You run 3 of the E-Hero, we call it Elemental Hero Alias. You run Stratos, you run Thunder Kings, you can run Warrior Lady, you can run Crusader of Endymion. There's so many options with that deck. And then basically it's called Heroes because you Miracle Fusion, Future Fusion, do whatever to summon the Shining and Elemental Ab-Zero. And that's why the deck's called Hero. It's a really, really cool deck. Slowly has not seen as much play because, with Tengu and everything out, it just runs over that deck, like, literally. It makes you waste all your resources, and then at the end, you're left with nothing, and then plants just come back and just wreck shit. And, Gravekeepers are good against it because they prevent Miracle Fusion from going off. They, they can get around the 1900s because a lot of the GKs become 2000 or more. So, that's what's happened with Heroes, but I think Heroes have a chance of coming back with the Pot of Duality reprint, with the E-Hero Gaia reprint. They have a lot of support coming for them. And, the deck itself is really good. You can run the regular standard version. You look on Shriek to see that one with 3 Duality, 3 Miracle Fusion, just to up your consistency, up your, your destruction of your opponent's monsters. It's a really, really solid deck with a lot of beat sticks, which is really cool. Then there's, the Gate Heroes, like I talked about. You can do the same thing for Zero and Shining as you would with the other Elemental Heroes. So basically, to wrap this part up, Heroes are a good deck type. They've slowly fallen off just because they fall to other decks, but I think by the new list they'll be doing a lot better. So that's what I honestly think about Heroes. Heroes are a really cool deck type. I'm probably even inclined to try them again. I used to run them, and hopefully, we see what the list will do for them if they help them at all. And when Rescue Rabbit comes out, let's see how good the deck's going to be. So that's what I have to say on Heroes, the deck in general. Very basic. Everyone knows how the deck runs. You Spark shit, you Stratos shit, you Call, Rhoda, all that stuff. So everyone knows how the deck runs. Miracle Fusion for days, awesome, awesome deck. So that's my thoughts on Heroes. On to the card discussion itself. Super Polymerization. If people do not know what Super Polymerization is, you're in for a rude awakening. That card, when activated, can take your opponent's monsters and you can make a fusion summon. And the thing is, it's so easy to do these days with all the light monsters, water monsters, earth monsters running around. I've seen people Super Poly Sheehan. The thing with Super Poly, it cannot, I repeat, cannot be negated in any way. You cannot negate that card. When it's played, you have no out to it. I've seen Sheehan's turn into Gaias. I've seen Treeborns turn into Ab-Zeros. And I've seen all kind of light monsters turn into the Shining. And it's unbelievable, that a card like this is out. People are wondering, why, with that card out, why are Heroes not doing that well? Well, the thing is, a lot of these decks that are, the decks go so fast that before you have the chance to draw it and set up, you've already lost, you've lost all your advantage. So, Super Poly, like I said, is one of the most broken cards out. I honestly agree with what people are saying, and I think that after this next set and the new list, Super Poly might be even more broken, because if the same deck types stay out and, we get a new elemental hero that's dark, Gravekeepers will be in trouble for playing against Super Poly, and, a card you can't negate, I mean, that just kind of sucks, really, how the hell are you supposed to get around something you can't negate? You have to just knock out the monster, but you take a loss too. So I think Super Poly is a really, really good card. I think all hero decks should main one, side one, do whatever you have to do, in order to make that card work for you, and I think it's just a really solid card itself. As far as heroes go, I gave my feedback on heroes, what I think about them. I think that the inclusion of Super Poly can, if it's not already in your main deck, can really help you against a lot of these matches these days. You can even use it on synchro monsters, like I said with Sheehan. If you're worried about Sheehan, activate Super Poly. You can't negate it, so it doesn't really matter. The monsters still come out. So that's what I honestly think, you guys. Super Poly is really broken, and I think if Generation Force helps out Heroes and the list doesn't hurt Heroes, I think they're going to be at the top again like they used to be. They used to be the #1 deck in the OCG, and now it's fallen back to Black Wings and Plants and all that stuff, Junk Doppel. But now I think they have a chance of coming back. Plus, they're workable with Exceeds because of the level 4s, how they're all level 4s or lower. So, I mean, they do have a chance, and I honestly see a bright future for that deck. So, that's all I have to say, you guys. I didn't want to say too much on the deck because, I mean, I haven't run it in days, and I haven't seen a lot of it at my locals lately. But I think it's a really cool archetype, and I hope that, people will try it out. Let me know how it works and see that Super Poly is amazing. I don't even have to analyze it that much. You can't negate it. You're going to take a minus. That's basically what it means, and you're going to face down a synchro monster. So we'll see what happens with Generation Force, with Rescue Rabbit and all that, and we'll see exactly what happens with the deck. So that's all I got to say, you guys. Heroes is a really, really cool deck type. Once again, shout out to Godslayer05 for this request. I hope this answers your questions about Heroes and Super Poly. And yeah, that's all I gotta say, you guys. Please continue to rate, comment, subscribe, thumbs up everything. I love when people give me positive feedback, send me inbox messages. I'm always taking requests. I'm really speedy with my responses. So yeah, that's all I gotta say, you guys. Hope this helps you guys out, and hope you guys will try Hero and see how broken Super Poly is. So that's all I gotta say, and thank you for watching.